Hello, welcome back. Today we are learning English language. Our topic is Lexis and structure. Understanding Lexis. Lexis is a vocabulary, word or register used in different organizations. Organizations like school, educational sector, banking sector, health sector, legal sector. They have different words or register they use in their that is means for them in their organizations. It also involves word meaning, synonyms, antonyms, and collocations. Synonym is words similar in meaning. Antonyms are words opposite in meaning. Collocations are the way natural speakers order their sentences. For examples of what we have here, the synonyms of pace or the word nearest in meaning for pace is calm, quiet. Then the opposite or antonyms of pace is noisy or chaotic. Then the collocations make a decision and not do a decision. Make a decision and not do a decision. So instead of you saying do a decision, you rather say make a decision. It shows how one root word changes to fit different grammatical rules. So one word, you can use one word to form different words. For example, we have happy here. Happy is the root word, and happy is also an adjective. From happy, you can form happiness, which is a noun, happiness. You can also form an adverb, happily, using happy. From happy, which is the root word, we have happy, you have happiness, we have happily. It also focuses on content, that is, you can use the contents of a text to know the meaning of a word with multiple meaning. So in a context or in a passage, for you to know the meaning of a particular word, because there are some words that have the same spelling but different meaning. So it is the contents that will help you or aid you to understand the meaning of that particular word. For example, here we have bank. Bank can be side of a river or a financial institution. Then we have book here. Book can be a readable material or reserve, to reserve. Book a flight, reserve a flight. Book a table, reserve a table. Then let's look at structure. Structure is all about sentence formation. So for you to form your sentence, there must be subject, verb, object, that is SVO. It also looks into tenses, word order, articles, and presentations. In tenses, in tenses we have different types of tenses: future tense, past tense, present tense, past participle, etc. So here we have present tense, subject plus verb. He works at a school. He works at a school. Here we have a subject as he and a verb as works. So we put s in work because we are talking about one subject, which is he. Then past tense we have subject plus verb, which we added ed. She worked yesterday. Our subject is still one person, which is she, and our past tense here is worked. Instead of work, we added ed to worked for us to get our past tense. So she worked yesterday. Word order. Word order focuses on correct placement of adjectives, adverbs, and modifiers. So for you to place your word, you have to place it very well for it to make the meaning it needs to make. For example, here we have the beautiful bird sings loudly. The beautiful bird sings loudly. Instead of you saying the bird beautiful sings loudly, or instead of you saying the bird sing loudly beautiful, you see that the word order is not correct. So we use the beautiful bird sings loudly. Then we have articles. In your word order, we have articles. Articles explain when to use a, an, or the example. Example, an apple. Instead of you saying a apple, you said an apple because two vowels cannot come together. Then we have the moon. Instead of you saying and moon, you say the moon. Then we have our prepositions. Prepositions talks about place and time. Place and time. For example, the book is on the table. The book, what is the place of the book? On the table. It's not in the table. It's not under the table. It's not in front or behind the table. Rather, it is on the table. So our preposition here is on. That is the place of the book. I will see you at 5 p.m. When are you going to see me? At 5 p.m. or at 4 p.m. or in the morning or at night? So our preposition here concerning time here is 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. How to answer lectures questions. How to answer lectures question. We have here number one, context. So in context, always read the entire sentence to understand the context. This helps you in choosing the correct word. So before you answer a question, read the content of the question very well for you to understand it before you choose your correct word. For example, here, the weather forecast predicts a dash of thunderstorms this evening. And we have so many options here: series, group, team, collection. So among these four options, which one suits it? Our answer is series because the word series fits the context because it is commonly used to describe consecutive occurrences of events. For example, storms. The other options do not logically fit. We have collocation. For example, when you are using collocation, be familiar with word pairing. Be familiar with word pairing. For example, make a decision. Fast food. We have here, she gave a dash performance that left the audience speechless. She gave a dash performance that left the audience speechless. We have options: great, heavy, loud, firm. And our answer is great. Great performance. You cannot say heavy performance. Great performance is a standard collocation. Words like heavy or loud don't pair naturally with performance. We have synonyms and antonyms. In synonyms and antonyms, strengthen your understanding of words with similar or opposite in meanings. Strengthen your understanding of words with similar or opposite in meaning. Don't be confused with when you are asked of synonyms, you'll be answering opposite. Or when you are answering of antonyms, you'll be answering words similar in meaning. For example, here we have choose the word closest in meaning to elated. We have sad, excited, angry, bored. What is another word for elated? If you don't want to use elated, what other word can you use? So our answer here is excited. If you are not elated, you are excited. So instead of the similar word to elated is excited. Elated means extremely happy or excited, making the correct choice. Then in antonym, we have what is the opposite of generous. We have kind, selfish, happy, lazy. So what is another word for generous? Another word, if you don't want to use generous, the opposite of generous, what is another word you can use as opposite for generous? You use selfish, not kind. Kind and generous are the same. Not happy, not lazy. So the answer here is selfish. Then phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs, know the meaning and correct usage of phrasal verbs. Know the meaning and correct usage of phrasal verbs. For example, here, he finally dashed out smoking after 10 years of trying. Gave, took, put, got. The answer here is gave. He finally gave up. You cannot say he finally took up, or you can't say he finally put up or finally got up. He finally gave up smoking after years of trying. Gave up is the correct phrasal verb, meaning to quit or stop doing something. Idioms and fixed expressions. For example, here we have he spilled the beans during the meeting and revealed the surprises. He spilled the beans during the meeting and revealed the surprises. This is idioms. So the question here is, what does spill the beans mean? What does spill the beans? What does it mean? Option said made a mess, revealed a secret, cooked food, told a joke. The answer is revealed a secret. You spill the beans. The another word for it. This is an idiomatic expression. So the another word for spill the beans is revealed a secret. Knowing idioms can help identify the meaning, even if the word don't seem logical together. How to answer structure or grammar question. One says tense consistency. Tense consistency. For example, in tense consistency, say pay attention to the tense used in sentence or passage. Pay attention to the tenses used in the sentences or passage. For example, here, when she dashed for the bus, it started raining. When she dashed for the bus, it started raining. So the answer here says was waiting, because when you look at started, you see that started is in the past tense. Is in the past tense, no more in the present tense. So it says it started while we dash for the bus, it started raining. The option here, the correct answer is was waiting. The use of started indicates past tense. The correct tense for the ongoing action is the past continuous, which is was waiting. Past continuous. Waiting makes it continuous, and was make it a past. Subject verb agreement. In subject verb agreement, ensure the subject and verb agree in number, like singular and plural. Make sure that they agree. For example, each of the students dash to submit their assignments on time. Each of the students there are many, but what we are talking about is say each. It not say all the students. It say each of the students. That means we are talking about a particular one of the students. Option we have has, are, where. So answer here is has. Each is singular, so the verb must also be singular, has. Word other. In word other, know the correct placements of adjectives, adverbs, and modifiers in a sentence. For example, we have the manager gave the instruction that to the team. The manager gave the instructions that to the team. Clearly, yesterday, clearly, and yesterday, clearly. So the correct answer here is clearly yesterday. The manager gave the instruction clearly yesterday. It's not yesterday clearly. It's not yesterday, clearly, or clearly and yesterday. The correct answer is the manager gave the instruction clearly yesterday to the team. The correct word order places the manner clearly before the time yesterday. Pronouns and articles. Pronouns. Nobody remembered to bring dash umbrella, so we all got wet. Nobody remembered to bring dash umbrella, so we all got wet. We have his, her, their, and. The answer here is there. What is there the answer? Nobody is singular, but modern usage often pairs it with there for gender neutral language. For gender neutral language, nobody is, you don't know if he's a male, you don't know if he's a female. So that's why we use there because we don't, instead of you saying his or her, so we rather use there. Then articles. I saw Dash Eagle flying over the mountains. I saw that eagle flying over the mountains. We have a and the, no article. So the answer here is an. I saw an eagle. You cannot say a eagle because two vowels cannot go together at the same time. I saw an eagle flying over the mountain. Use an before a word starting with a vowel sound. Any word starting with a vowel sound, use an before it. Prepositions and conditionals. For example, while using preposition, be careful with positions as they can change the meaning of a sentence. Prepositions and conditionals. So in preposition, know the meaning. In preposition, say know the position of things. Know the position or the time, the place of things or the time. Be careful with preposition as they can change the meaning of a sentence. You have to be careful about preposition because they can change the position of things. For example, here she has been waiting dash the train for over an hour. The option we have here, ask on for. The answer is for. She has been waiting for the train for over an hour. You cannot say at the train or on the train. If she says she has been waiting on the train, that means it's on the train. Maybe it's climbing on top of the train to wait for you. But you say waiting for the train over an hour. So if you don't use your preposition very well, it changes the meaning. The correct preposition for expressing the purpose of waiting is from. Then we are looking at conditionals. For example, she dash study harder. She would have passed the exam. She dash study harder. She would have passed the exam. Studied, studies, had studied, is studying. The answer is had studied. If she had studied harder, she would have passed the exam. If she had studied, that is past tense. It has passed. She failed the exam because she did not study very well or study hard. So he now is saying, if she had studied harder, she would have passed the exam. This is the third conditional sentence. So it uses had study if in the if clauses. Passive and active voice. Passive and active voice. The cake dashed by my grandmother yesterday. The cake dashed by my grandmother yesterday. The answer here was baked because of the it is past. It has passed. Yesterday is past. So the cake was baked by my grandmother yesterday. The sentence refers to a past event. So was baked is the correct passive form. Then we are looking at modals. We are looking at modals. In modals, we have can, could, may, might. For example, you dash wear a helmet while riding a bike. Must, can, might, could. You cannot say you can wear. You can wear is optional. And they say answer must is must. Must might is the past tense of may, and could is past tense of can. So the correct answer here is must is a must that you must use a helmet while riding a bike. Reported speech. For example, direct. He said, I am learning French. He said, I am learning French. That is direct speech. The reported speech said, he said that he was learning French. He said that he was learning French. So you must put that in reported when you are reporting a speech. The reporting verb said is in the past. So the verb tense changes to past continuous was learning. Was learning. So you change your he said, I am learning. I am is present. So you change it to past, which is because of the he said, which is in the past. So you change the I am into was because it's a past tense. Then let's look at comparatives and superlatives. For example, this is the dash movie I've ever seen. Because of the goes with superlatives. This is the dash movie I've ever seen. Option is best. Best is the superlative here. So the goes with the superlative. Cannot say good, better, or best. Most, good. So what we use here, this is the best movie I ever seen. Best is the superlative form of good, appropriate for comparing more than two. So when you are comparing things more than two, use your superlative. So here we are bringing our learning today to conclusion. See you in our class next time. Thank you. Oh,